What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so let me say this before I begin. I had to block somebody because they had an issue with my political videos recently, accusing me of spamming their subscriber feed with political junk and both sides. Like it's almost like he's trying to say, I'm doing this to attract an audience of political junkies, I guess, Kamala Harris supporters and Trump supporters. It just kills me how you guys always got to put me in a black hat situation. It can't be because I'm uh, I'm really serious that I love politics, but I don't support either candidate, so I find fault with both of them. You can't believe that. You have to make my nigga ass a villain or something. I gotta have some deception to my motive. It got to be something antagonistic with you. But it's funny, you don't mind when I talk about LeBron James or when I'm wanting me to talk about Diddy all the time. You don't mind that. You don't mind if I go in, on them. You don't mind if I'm talking about somebody that fits the description. But Josh Giddey, Trump, or anybody that doesn't fit into that mold that you want me to, you got a problem with that. Why is that? Just baffles my mind, man, and boggles my mind. It baffles me and boggles my mind. I just don't get it. And this is not too raw for sports. This is too raw for TV, which means I'm going to talk about trending topics. And yes, part of that is talking about trending topics. I mean, yeah, the goal is to have or try to gain as many subscribers as possible. I'm not going to apologize for trying to fight the powers to be on YouTube and trying to have success. What I'm supposed to fail? I'm supposed to talk about something that nobody wants to talk about? Get out of here with that crap, man. How you think Mr. Beat got to where he is? I'm not going to ever get 50,000 subs, let alone 300 million. But the goal is to be successful here on YouTube. And we're going to talk about things that are trending. It's my opinions, but there is some strategy behind it. Absolutely. I don't get some of these people, man. But anyway, enough of that. Let me get to Kamala Harris. It seems like they're doing with her the exact same strategy they did with Biden, which is to hide her incompetence, hide the fact that she really is not giving people a reason to vote for her. Really, none of them are, but especially Kamala. They don't give you any concrete reasons to vote for them as far as what they're going to do for you. It's always, well, don't have Trump get in there because he's the boogeyman. Like I said, every Republican is the boogeyman. Trump was the boogeyman. Romney was the boogeyman. McCain was the boogeyman. Bush was the boogeyman. Dole was the boogeyman. Bush's father was the boogeyman. Reagan was the boogeyman. Ford was the boogeyman. Nixon was the boogeyman. Goldwater was the boogeyman. It never stops, man. It's just gotten worse and worse as far as them giving you a reason to vote for them. Okay. Just saw that she's been a nominee for about 3 weeks now. Officially for about 5 days or so. But she's been a nominee de facto for almost 3 weeks. And she's only given one press conference in that time period. One press conference, which was recent. And she's only agreed to one debate. And she's probably sweating bullets behind that. And she never really talks anything of substance. It's all word salad. Major, big ass bowl word salad. She doesn't talk about anything. At least when Tom Dewey was doing it, it was strategy back in 1948, which was a losing strategy because Harry Truman was on the stump in the whistle stop tour, getting bigger and bigger crowds, demonizing the 80th Republican Congress instead of Dewey because he knew how unpopular the Republican Congress was. They didn't do any damn thing of substance. And that's how he beat Dewey. Dewey knew that he started seeing crowds were getting bored and smaller. And his instincts was telling him to start attacking Truman, but his so-called political advisors and experts told him, no, stay the course, do the safe thing. And he lost. They're trying to push Kamala Harris over the finish line. They want you to not see what they see, and that she's an empty suit. The same woman that said a few years ago when she was in the DMZ that North Korea was a long-standing ally of the United States. What a Nimrod. Yeah, North Korea has always been an open society, democratic, embracing state. North Korea. We want this person to be the next commander-in-chief? Seriously? Seriously. She's the epitome of sleeping to the top if she gets in. Like I say all the time, I wish there was a way both these people could lose because on she's an empty suit. Trump, I don't know what the hell's going on with him lately. He's just, ever since the RNC, he hasn't been able to stop himself. I guess he's flailing along, he's out of sorts because he planned to run against Biden. And the Democrats did the ultimate, they did the ultimate switcheroo on him. And him and his advisors were not ready to go against Kamala. Not to mention J.D. Vance isn't helping matters. But yeah, this is not a person. This is not a person that is really, in my opinion, ready to be president of the United States. If she is president of the United States, if she does get elected, she's going to be a figurehead. The real leaders are going to be the people around her. They're going to be the people that tell her what to do, what to say. It's gotten to the point where our presidents are not real presidents anymore. They're puppets. And Donald Trump is part of the establishment too. I don't want to hear that mess about him being an outsider. He's part of the oligarchy too. They just don't like him because they can't trust him. But he's still part of that oligarchy that controls the United States, control the world, really. And to be honest with you, one of the reasons why Trump did the press conference the other day is because at least he did do it. He did do it. I mean, like I said, some of his answers and some of the rambling and train of loss of thought episodes he had, they are concerning because he is 78 years old. Like I said, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Like you don't hear talk about Biden being old. Trump is not young. He's 78. And both his parents ultimately succumbed to dementia. So there's a strong genetic component. So I'm not going to get on here and apologize to Trump supporters for being concerned about his long-term mental health. If you think I'm playing politics with it, I'm just like this. If you think I'm out of line for being concerned about a 78-year-old man whose both parents succumbed to Alzheimer's disease when they weren't much older than him, and you think I'm playing politics, you can kiss my ass. Seriously. Unsubscribe from me. Please, do me a favor and unsubscribe. And you'll do me a favor. Because at that point, you're putting your party preference over the health of this country and the future of this country. Now, you may not agree with that, but if you think my concern is unwarranted, kiss my motherfucking ass. And I mean that shit. But yeah, she hasn't done any press conferences. What's her excuse? Isn't she a prosecutor? Shouldn't she be a great arguer? Shouldn't she have everything down pat? Ronald Reagan was not a good off the cuff speaker, and he did press conferences, not many of them, but he did them because that's part of the job. They're trying to hide her, man. Just like they tried to hide Biden 4 years ago. Now he had the excuse of the pandemic, but this guy was in his basement half the time. At least Biden had the excuse of age. What is her excuse? She's incompetent. But she has a great cackle and she can raise a lot of money. And that's all that matters. So they're just trying to push her over the top and have you not see what everybody else in California got a good look at, what everybody around her got a good look at. Remember, all her staff have quit under her because she's such a word that rhymes with witch. You know, even she herself said, as a female, she has to walk a fine line between being tough and being a word that rhymes with witch. And then she did the longest cackle laugh in recorded history. Anyway, you know, that's all I got to say about it, man. That's all I got to say about this. Come on, Kamala. Do some debates. Actually give us a reason why we should vote for you rather than we should just not vote for somebody else. I mean, that's the ultimate insult. Vote for me because I'm not this person. I'm the lesser of two evils. Nah, nah. Mm-mm. That ship has sailed, and there's no magic anymore. Okay, we fell for the banana tailpipe with Barack Obama. A lot of us did, and nothing happened. And if anything, you could argue some things got worse. So nah, the magic ain't there for me. Maybe for some of these other young people, but it ain't there for me. And anyway, you know, while she factually may be Jamaican, at least with Barack, he embraced black culture. Married a black wife. I know the rumors, but to me, she's a woman. Because look, at the end of the day, I ain't never seen no pictures of Laura Bush pregnant either. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen no pictures of Laura Bush pregnant. And Malia looks just like Michelle. So all these rumors about her being whatever, that's BS. And to be honest with you, it's borderline racist because I only see people say that about black women and dark-skinned black women. That's the only time I see people say that crap. But at least Barack tried to embrace black culture. She, once she got where she wanted to be, look which way she went. You know, woman didn't even know Tupac Shakur wasn't even alive. How do you not know that? You don't even have to. You got elderly white grandfathers that know Tupac died. She didn't even know Tupac wasn't still alive a couple of years ago. And try to clean it up, saying she was listening to Snoop and Tupac when she was in college. This woman doesn't know anything about black culture, bro. And so I don't understand why so many of us are so enraptured with this person. But anyway, that's all I got to say.